Hey there guys and gals and YouTubers, welcome back guys, and we are back right in Civ 5. I was going to say Civ City for some reason, I don't know why. But we are in Civ 5 guys, so right up where we left off last episode. So we're just going to continue on playing a little bit here. Don't have much to talk about like I did in last episode. Hopefully wasn't too much for you guys. I haven't reviewed the video, so hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. If I missed anything, and if I'm unclear about anything, just down below in the comments, just let me know, and I'll try to get back to you guys here. So we're still basically scouting around here. We found the barbarian camp. So yeah, we're just basically in the beginning. It's a little slow, so we're going to be clicking next turn a lot here, or hitting the enter key, which also does the next turn. So yeah, in the beginning, usually what you're trying to do is try to get a lay of the land, unreveal the fog, basically start researching some stuff here and start building your basic units. Oh, there's some more rooms, find some ruins. So we got 3 turns here.
Shall the clay say to
Pottery is done. Alrighty. So there's another feature I forgot to mention when we click on our capital here, our city. You notice there's a pink hex here, or a pink tile. Basically, when this border expands, it will expand in that tile next time, which is going to be in 7 turns. I guess the AI determines the best next tile to go to. Depending on the resources on that tile, and it'll want to expand that way. So that's what that little pink tile there is. And also too, with our gold, when we get enough gold, we can actually buy tiles to help expand a little bit. And normally the prices are going to be above the tiles here, but all you gotta do is click on these, but we don't have enough, and that usually help you expand. Also, another thing, your city will work any tile that is 3 adjacent from it. So this city or the capital will work all this tile all the way out here. So once it eventually expands out here, it can work this tile out here. So it'll work 3 tiles wide. And this is kind of not a good spot here because there's a lot of desert here. But we'll just make the best of what we got here. So yeah, if you guys don't know that, so if it's like 4 tiles out, your city won't basically work that tile. But these cities and towns will expand as far as that, and it's pretty far out, so just keep in mind. Yeah, anything else? Let's go ahead and research. So probably mining is going to be our next thing, because we already have a mine exposed, and then probably trapping. Let's look. So we go up here, and you'll notice these icons here. Usually on your production 2, we can't see that here. Probably next couple turns, you'll see these little like different diamond icons and triangles. These are your visors, which are, I think, right here, and they'll usually give you tips of what to research next or what to build next. And usually if you have 2 of them, obviously there's 2 of those visors that recommend you to build those first. So calendar, I'm probably not going to go down there. I'm probably going to go mining, and then animal husbandry. If I shift click, it'll put it up in the queue, and then we're going to go archery last, and then we're going to shoot over to calendar. Normally I kind of want to go up calendar first. Maybe that's a mistake not going up there right now, but I want to kind of get these out of the way. So yeah, archer, we're gonna definitely need the archer to attack these barbarian camps. They really help out. They're a little bit hard to attack with just your warriors. See what we got. You have found cultural artifacts. You have received 20 culture. So now, next turn, we should be able to select our policy. And we also have production here. Now let me show you the production. Oops. See, now you'll have your advisors recommending what to do next. Yeah, I'm gonna go scout and then I'm gonna go warrior. Let's move these guys out. And I'm gonna actually put, what was it, worker? Yes, we're gonna put worker in the queue. So you can actually queue up things in your main city. Just click on it, show queue, add to queue, and then just click your next queue, and then we'll do workers. So next, after these get produced, they'll automatically jump down to workers. And then we got our monument built, which will give us +2 culture. The monument increases the culture of a city, speeding up the growth of the city's territory and acquisition of social policies. Alright. So let's go into policies here. So right off the bat, we're just going to have these 3. Later on we can unlock. These will open up for us. I guess we have to be in a certain era and whatnot. So let's see how we want to do this. These may be varied depending on who you're playing and how you want to approach the game. So Liberty is the best civilization which desires rapid expansion. I like going there. Honor improves the effectiveness of one's army in a variety of ways. The basic stuff in the beginning will give you kind of bonuses when attacking barbarians, which is really nice. I'm not going to go down that route. Tradition is good as for best for small empires. Which when you kind of unlock some of these that give you culture bonuses, legalism's really nice. It gives you free culture buildings in your first 4 cities, which is really nice. So basically it can give us the monuments, and monuments off the bat are really nice because your new cities will expand right away. So let's actually try Liberty first. Let's go ahead and do that. So when adopting this policy, we'll grant a free great person of your choice near your capital. Okay. Alrighty, so let's go next turn. Great persons spawn in every once in a while. They have like a really special bonus to the game. Like if you have a general, you can either have him go out and support your troops out there, and they'll give them a good fighting bonus and whatnot. You can also, most of the time with all the great persons, you can also trigger a golden age from them, and then it'll last so many turns. Like, I don't know, I can't remember the turns, maybe 14, which is kind of cool. Or you can, some of them you can put them in cities in some of these buildings. If there's slots for them, that'll give them bonuses. Like a market, I believe you can put a merchant in there, give you some bonuses, which is really nice. So yeah, let's keep on going, guys. There's a lot. You can take how much or as little of this game you can, depending on how much you want to dive into this game. The base game, just playing it outright, just going through there, is pretty basic and it's pretty easy to play. The more you play it, the more you kind of want to take a deeper dive in the game, and you can do that. There's a lot of different stuff in here, like a lot of different menus you can get into later on. You want to check out. I don't really do that right off the bat, but there's a lot of useful information here. There's a lot of useful information here. You can kind of manually control your city through here and whatnot, what I showed you, but it all depends on how deep you want to dive into the game later on. But for a beginner, it's not that bad. It's really kind of easy. There's not really much of a learning curve. There might be a tiny one, but it's really easy to get into. Natural Wonder. So if we work that, we actually get quite a bit of good stuff off of it. But usually we've got to have our city over there, city border or something. But we got some guy over here. Usually these little, I don't know how you call them, stripe lines here. These are usually your civ or city states, which are kind of smaller little countries. They don't really rapidly expand. They kind of stay a certain size, and they're really good to they'll have as allies because they can either give you some bonuses. They can either help you fight. Every once in a while, they'll want to do offer you some missions to do. So they're really nice. The larger countries without those
The meek shall inherit the earth,
stripes are
but
usually
not
the
its men
larger
aright.
countries, which we haven't come across one yet. I wonder if we're alone on this continent, which I don't think we are. So we got mining, which we'll talk about that once we get worker going here. We need to kind of speed up. We don't have our worker yet. So let's keep going. We found some more. These little icons are some luxury goods. This cotton here. Kind of gold's luxury good, which we have here. If we work them, they'll give us usually like +4 happiness. There's some down here. So luxury goods are nice to have because they give us happiness. So, okay. Now what we can do with the scout is we can manually set him out like we've been doing with the warriors. But what I like to do with them is we'll wait till next turn. I'll show you that. So dot policy. Tile improvement construction. Okay, I'm actually going to do that. Tile improvement construction, 25%, and the worker appears near a capital for free. That sounds good. So we can show you the worker here. So the workers will basically build different improvements on the tiles within the city. Now usually what these do, and they'll usually recommend a tile to go to, like this one you can see here. It wants us to go over here and build a mine. So we'll shoot over here. And we'll probably have to wait next turn because I guess it costs a turn to bring them in. So we'll go to next turn here. So we can set it up right here. This is what they recommend, which is down here, construct a mine. So what that kind of does is will give us +1 production, so we'll have 3 production. But since there's a luxury good here, it will connect that luxury good into our network, so we'll actually get that +4 happiness. So that sounds good here. And then our scouts, like I said, we can automate these scouts. So what we'll do is go down here and click explore and automate. But let me show you the units here. There's actually stuff up here. We got movement mode, which is kind of like when we're clicking around, but it's slightly different. It will actually show us how far we can go, which is kind of cool if we don't know how far to go in movement. Do nothing basically does nothing. Wake up the unit, which wakes it up, which is kind of, I guess we can't. I thought we can do this with these guys here. I guess we can, because there's an option usually right here to fortify. Basically, the fortify does is put your unit at a defense kind of position at that tile, and it kind of puts it to sleep basically. So that's where the sleep wakes it up. So if enemy units come by, they won't wake up, they'll just stay there, which is kind of not a good thing. What I like to do is put alert on that gives us a defensive bonus, but if the enemy unit comes by, they will wake up and be ready to attack. I think the fortify gives you more of a defensive bonus. I'm not too sure, so there is a use for that. And then delete unit will basically delete it in attack. I guess you can show you where to attack. And then, like I said here, this explore automatic will make him explore. So we'll do a little bit more exploring with him. So you can do automatic kind of like the automatic explore with the workers, but it'd be automatically build and stuff like that. So when there's needed tiles to be to add improvements or add on to it, they will actually do that automatically. Usually in the beginning, recently I've been wanting to do this manually for myself. Usually towards kind of mid-game and end-game, your empire is going to be so huge and you have so many workers, you might want to automate that. And that's why I kind of, let's see if I can get this menu up here, went in the options and turned these two off. So automatic workers won't replace improvements and won't remove features. So once they have something built here that benefits that square, they can't come in and remove that. And what uses that can be for? Well, say you want to keep these forests. Say you have a native people that benefits from having the forest near you, or your town has a better defense having adjacent to the forest, because having forest next to your town or city will give you a defensive bonus, as well as it being placed on top of a hill. So keep that in mind. So you kind of want to keep that. And plus, maybe later on when you get the tech to build lumber mill, you want to put a lumber mill there. So you don't want to do that. So it's kind of good to keep the forest. I think if you have those all unchecked, the workers will basically come in, tear down the forest, and use it for farmland. But I want to be in control of that, depending on the situation at the time. Maybe I need more food, maybe I need more production, so I like to be in control of that. And if I already built something on there, I don't want them to come over and tear that up, because later on in the game, when you unlock merchants, or I believe it's called, it's not merchants. It's actually not that far up the tech here. Construct a trading post. Usually towards mid-game, they'll start coming in and removing these improvements, and they'll put a bunch of these trading posts because they feel like you're running out of gold. And what these trading posts does is give us +1 gold. So you're going to have a spam load of trading posts when you don't really need them. So that's why I kind of leave those checked on there. So just keep that in mind when doing automatic workers. You probably, first time going through, maybe the first couple times playing, which I did, I left them all just default. I let them do whatever they want, which is really good on my part, so I don't have to worry about that. That means I can kind of focus on other learning aspects of the game. So next turn, are those my guys? Yes.
Thou shalt not muzzle the
So we got
ox when he
husbandry.
treadeth out the corn.
So allows worker to construct pastures on cows, also reveal horses, which are used for mounted units. Oh, the horses are way up there. So like I said, we need horses to get mounted units, and now we got the icon for horses. So yeah, there's a lot of other resources in the game that are hidden. You won't see those till future research when you unlock them, like horses, iron, coal, and then oil, and then like uranium and stuff like that, so on and so on. So there is other resources. So we'll actually attack this, and it's a good opportunity to show you how this attack works. So if you notice, when I click here and I hover over where I'm attacking, you notice right around here it shows you I'm probably going to get a minor defeat. And then on the left side you see our units. Our damage is going to be 5. Our strength is 7.98. I have a bonus versus barbarians, which is plus 33%. But they're still tougher because they get a 50% fortified bonus. And it looks like they get a -10 terrain modifier, which they're probably on flat land there. And we'll probably attacking through the trees. So we will not attack them then. So we will probably do a little bit more exploring up here. Looks like we met somebody here, but they didn't show who we actually ran into. I think we got to see their units first. So they'll probably come out and attack my scouts, which they usually do. They're a little dirty like that. I don't think we can take them either. So we'll actually move them ourselves. Actually, I can't, can I? They ran out of moves. So up here, there's different options. Oh, there's actually a kind of like a Wikipedia built in here. They call it the Civpedia. If you hit F1, you'll bring up the Civpedia. This has all the information in the game that you need. Like if there's certain things you're not familiar with, you can come through here, look for it, go through the search bar. This will include the base game, all the DLCs, all the mod civs you add in will have all the information in here too. So there's no need to go down the desktop and go into your web browser. Everything is in here, which is really awesome. So if you're unclear about something, take your time and go through here and look at some of this stuff. Multiplayer, you might not have the opportunity to do it so much because you're kind of rushed a little bit in between turns, so you don't really have much time. But if you're playing single player, you definitely have a lot of time to go in here and actually look at all this stuff. And there's like other information, which are F keys, which is basically these other information stuff here. Demographics, I think I mentioned this. Tech tree is your victory progress. So like there's different victory conditions and whatnot. So you guys can check that out later. And that was your advisors, social policy, your diplomatic view. You'll get more when this fills out when you make contact with other Civ states and other countries, which I thought that would actually unlock because we got close to them, unless England has some weird thing going on with them. Let's actually check out England here. Maybe they don't want to be our friends, who knows. England, Elizabeth. Just the movement speed. I don't see anything special about them. I don't know. Hopefully it's not bugged out where we can't see them. That's kind of strange because usually we'll see other units from these other countries coming out here. So we'll see. Normally, once you reveal one of these borders too of these other Civ states, they usually kind of say hello and then they'll give you like gold or something. So hopefully the game's not broken. Hopefully England, hopefully these guys aren't too swayed by England. Who knows, there might be some weird thing with England with these people. Yeah, there's a country there. I can't really get them to say hello. So we got our worker. We'll go and work on this tile. So they want us to... Uh-oh, we got barbarians. So we're going to have to pull back out of here. Do we have... We can also buy units too. We can go down here and purchase. But we don't have enough for that. I would like to have another I would actually like to have an archer actually. But we're gonna have to keep these workers close. So maybe this tile here. And then we'll work the create a farm which gives us plus food, +1 from that tile food, so we'll get 3 food. And then we'll set that to automate again. There we go. Greetings, strangers. You can't really do much right now, like declare war, trade. You probably can declare war, but you can't trade or demand anything right now because you're kind of new. They don't really trust you, so we'll just basically say goodbye. So yeah, I don't know why it's like that. So we actually need to probably get closer to these borders of the Civ states here. And we'll try not to cross over these borders because usually that'll indicate war or don't want to be hostile with us. Oh, we got barbarian camp. Now the cool thing, if they get close within like 2 tiles of our main city or any of the cities will actually fire upon them. They get a ranged volley. But the sad thing is they'll most likely capture our workers. Yeah, I don't know if our warriors can make it back in time. So it looks like they're hitting up this mine I made over here, which they'll probably just pillage it, and which they'll kind of disable it basically. So we're kind of at an impasse here until we take these guys out, and I'm so far from. Yeah, I'm gonna have another worker here. Oh, let's. They could probably reach us from here. We'll stay right there. Go to sleep, I guess. Usually crossing rivers takes up another turn, but I don't know. I don't want to risk it. Oh, and then we got barbarians right in front of us.
The haft of the arrow had been feathered with one of the eagle's own plumes.
Awesome archery. So do we need to research another one? Okay, so it's saying the wheel, so we get the chariot archer. Calendar, we don't really have a plantation. Sailing, we're not close to the water. Could go for a great library, that would be awesome. Don't need the quarry. Could use walls. Yeah, I think the road might be the water wheel, probably be the best thing right now. And then probably trapping. Yeah, we'll probably go that route. Let's fire on these guys again. With this limited space, we might have to take down this forest here. Yeah, we'll go ahead. We still have enough forest to put lumber mills, but yeah, we'll go ahead and chop it down. See what the barbarians are gonna do. Okay, we spread that way. If they stick here too long, they're gonna eventually be dead. But they're trying to get the workers, that's what they're really after, and that will slow me down a lot if they get that. Can these guys attack here? They got a little bit. Let's go ahead and attack, because we need to get them some experience, and once they get a lot of this experience bar filled out, we can actually kind of give them kind of a bonus towards their abilities. Yeah, this is the first time I'm kind of going with a simple civ with the England. I personally like to go with the other older like civilizations because I like to really get into like Rome and like the Egyptians and whatnot, because when you think about a civilization that's been around for a long time, you always think about like Greece, the Greeks, Romans, and like the Egyptians. So I kind of prefer to go those. This is the first time I kind of went with something like these guys, the English. Ooh. They are probably going to capture these guys. Maybe I'll just move them out of the way. Just spare them some time. Yeah, they're going to be dead next turn, so I can probably stay out here and kill these guys. We'll be okay. Down to the last two guys. So we'll go probably next turn here to kill the barbarian, and then we'll end the episode here. I don't want to go too long here. Those guys should be dead. Now we can go back and actually go repair that. Promote unit. So we can do heal instantly, which will basically consume our opportunity to promote. But it will fill up all our ranks again. But we don't need to do that because every turn we can actually heal and then we'll replace one of our units. So there's also drill 1, which is you'll get a bonus when fighting in rough terrain. There's shock 1, which you get a bonus fighting in open terrain. I usually do drill because a lot of the areas I fight in most of the time is in rough terrain, which is like mountains and woods, so we'll leave that. So now there's another option up here, fortify unit and heal. So it's kind of like adding a defense bonus while you're healing. So I always do that just in case, but like I said, you can heal just not doing that, just by staying there each turn, I guess. So let's actually bring some of these guys back home, probably over here, and then once we get there we'll set them on to repair or fort. Was it? Let me see here what the option was. I already just forgot. Which was Warsaw. We have met the city of Warsaw and we get 30 gold. Awesome, thank you. So yeah, fortify and heal unit. We'll do that. And then we got barbarians again. No worries. So yeah, this game has an amazing soundtrack to it, and there's so many different soundtracks depending on what civilization you play. So like if you're the Native Americans, you're going to read some really awesome Native American music, and it's amazing. So I recommend, if you guys are playing, just bump that music up. It's really nice. But for me playing YouTube and monetization, just to be safe, I always turn the music off. So I definitely turn the music off just to play it safe here. So yeah, I recommend it. It's really awesome. So with that said, guys, I'm going to end the episode here. So definitely, if you liked the episode, definitely hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments or want to let me know what I'm doing wrong or right, definitely go down in the comments and let me know. I do take constructive criticism. So yeah, and definitely, guys, new to the channel, definitely subscribe, guys. I'd love to see you guys around. So alright, guys, take care out there. Bye bye.